Hello. All right. I did not announce this, so before this, I had dinner. So I actually had a pretty late dinner. Also I tried to do some before I made Red Bull 4 speedruns. I actually not recorded obviously, and before I made my YouTube channel, I did the Game of Life 2 speedruns. This game right here. And of course, yeah, it was pretty bad. But yeah, just an interesting fact I'll tell you. Yeah. You're probably wondering why this was in the thumbnail. A random Angry Birds box with a random sticky note on it. Well, if we open it up, these hold the papers to every single crime count I've ever done. Every single crime count I've ever done, which is Merjon's Crime Count Episode 1, Merjon's Crime Count Episode 2, Merjon's Crime Count Episode 3, Merjon's Episode 4, Merjon's Episode 5, Merjon's Episode 6, The Amazing Little Circus Pilot, the Cliffside and the Intonation Cube Crime Counts, Merjon Episode 7 Crime Count, the Merjon's Izzy Wright 1, Merjon's Izzy Wright 2, Merjon's Izzy Wright 3, Merjon's Izzy Wright 4, Merjon's Izzy Wright 5, Merjon's Izzy Wright 6, Merjon's Izzy Wright 7, Izzy Wright Reaction Episode 1, then the Amazing Little Circus Crime Count, then the Amazing Little Circus Crime Count 2, and then the Guess 666 Crime Count. Yeah, I decided to do it on paper, especially white paper, because doing some stuff, it just looks a lot better. And it's stored in the sticky note says, I made this at the beginning. YouTube video props and storage for videos. All videos in here. Well, it did hold my stick, but I realized for my storage, I realized I have to keep it in. So the editing software doesn't go like kaboom. All right, so I had 3 questions that I proposed for major theme for a recount. For some reason, I can't find them. I think I actually made another beginning and I forgot it. So there are 3 questions that I remember. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of, yeah. Assault is just harming the victim anyway, while battery is more specific, where battery is more specific when it's actually you. Like, assault is this, and you're bad, and battery is this. Yeah. All right. So, first question. Yeah. I was using it for example for the battery. Let me write down my 3 things. All right. Was harmed in the of this live video, yes. There you go. Well, he's kind of immortal, so yeah. There you go. So here are my 3 main things. Pardons, Absence Alpha versus Sin, and Merjons. Those are my 3 things I need to talk about. Some might be easy, some might be hard, but well, I mean, so pardon basically is why do I like how would I give pardons? It's like a confusing thing, and I already talked about it in the video, I think, but I seem to not find it. And then second, are the absolute solver and sin different? Because in the screen time I'm going to count it as different, but in the crime count I counted that as the same. I just labeled it as the same, and it's just And then number 3, how do I charge the murder drones? Because their whole thing has been messed up. I'm just going to first talk about pardons because pardons are really easy. All right. Is that fine? Do you have any more questions for like recount stuff? Like how am I going to deal with pardons? Like Zane. All right. Do you have any more questions? Like any more things you want to ask about the recount? Like, so I can write it down here. Because I really want as much as I can, but not make it too specific, you know? Because I feel like these are just covered abroad. Nothing? All right, cool. Let's first talk about pardons. 2 ways pardons could be given out in these scenarios. Scenario A, a canon pardon, meaning in the actual show they were given a pardon. In case B, non-canon, meaning we give them a pardon. So like, what I've seen pardons as you're just excused for the crime. Just simple as that. It's okay to do. Yeah. Okay. So I looked at case A. First of all, who would? Hold on. I need to get my crime count list open. Let me get episode 7 out. So I was like, okay. I would first get episode 7. There. And then I'll put you back on your throne. Oh no. Oh yeah, first degree murder. First degree attempted murder. Well, yeah, murder. And as I said, not like specific stuff. Like I don't want to talk about each individual crime. I just want to talk about like broad stuff. But yeah, she was charged. Anyways, I was looking. So I got the list of the 13 characters. Con, Brad, Uzi, Bo, Alice, the Sentinels, Lizzie, Doll, Jay, JC Jensen, Envy, and the Absolute Solver, Sin, Elzer J, Tessin, Salver Uzi, you know. So I was thinking, who should deserve to be pardoned? So I went down like the list. Con is a first guess because, well, he only did one crime and now is moving a corpse, which isn't desecration of a corpse. There should be something different. But, like, yeah. Thinking next, Brad should have been more careful. For some reason, in episode 4, they do not seem to care about murders. Well, not after the first one. So, I'm just going to say they do care. I'm just going to write Brad down. Yeah, so then I'll write Brad down as a possible candidate. And then Uzi. Maybe some of Uzi. Because I think most of her chunk came from one crime, which was 20 years, and that was the cannibalism, eating the worker drones. Like, I know you're going to die, but, like, do you realize what harm you could do after literally what just happened? So, yeah. So I'm still going to write down Uzi for a pardon, though. Alice is definitely not going to get a pardon. Bo... he worked with him for too long. No. Sentinels... Don't even know if they're even sentient. I just charge Sentinels for fun. Should I just put Sentinels on the list just because they're like, are Sentinels AI? Are they sentient enough? You think? The Sentinels from episode 6? Okay. So then I won't put them on for pardon. Okay. Lizzie, her only crime was like helping Doll kidnap Uzi and help murder Uzi. That was about it. So no pardon though. Well, would you give Lizzie a pardon, or would you consider giving Lizzie a pardon for those crimes? Trying to kill Uzi, or helping Doll kill Uzi, and kidnapping Uzi. It's confusing. Like, they did horrible crimes, but they're nice. That's the thing. No? Okay, good. And so then you're definitely not going to give it to Dalden or Jay or JC Jensen. Ooh, now here are the... Okay, you're definitely not going to give it... okay. N. Most of his crimes are just the 2 death sentences that all Merjones got. Just that little massacre at the beginning, and then the cone, the death spiral. And then he's done multiple murders in episode 1. Okay. I'll put N as a question mark. I mean... Yeah. Now, V. This is the only one I've actually seen get a pardon. V, yeah. But I was thinking, oh. She did sacrifice herself. So again, I'll put a question mark. And then the biggest question of them all. Should we give the Absolute Solver / Sin / LJ / Tessin / Solver Uzi a pardon? Now, I know this is a really tough question. It really kind of goes in thinking, like, should we give the Absolute Solver a pardon? This is a pretty difficult question. Yeah, I was just being funny. So our list, Con, Brad, and... Should I have Uzi as a question mark? Yeah. So we got Con, Brad, Uzi, and N and V with question marks. So let's start with Con. Now I'm thinking, well, before that, I was thinking, okay, who can give pardons? Well, the only leaders, the WDF, and JC Jensen. 21 comments. Gonna go down. Yeah. You know, the kind of the main reason why I actually don't like doing these live streams is people probably won't watch them other than you. So it doesn't really get the point thing across for a lot of people to see. So then, for the recount, I'm going to do it. But then I'm going to have to crunch in the video anyways. So yeah, that's why. So we got the WDF, which is run by Khan, and we got JC Jensen. Oh, look. JC Jensen would give none of... Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that, but again, it'll take too much time, and yeah. All right. So JC Jensen, and the WDF are the only two could basically give a pardon. So JC Jensen would not give a pardon to Khan because who is that? Not give a pardon to Brown because who's that? Would not give a pardon to Uzi because who's that? Well, they might know because of Nori. So definitely not give a pardon. Give a pardon to N? No, because they murdered the people. And because they murdered them. And would JC Jensen give a pardon to V? No, because they murdered their people. Even if they were mind controlled, they would give no. So JC Jensen would never give a pardon to anybody. My guess. The closest would be probably one of the Con or Brad, because they have no connection to them whatsoever. But even then, they wouldn't. Then the other, the WDF. Obviously, Khan cannot give himself a pardon. Given it, now here's the thing. We haven't really seen Khan interact with the murder drones since episode 1. So there's not enough information for N and V. So I'm going to put them at a question mark. And so it's either Brad or Uzi. Now, I don't know if you're allowed to give a pardon to your own family. I don't know. He might give a pardon to Brad. Brad's the most likely candidate. And again, he might give a pardon to Uzi because family. So, yeah. So we got Uzi and then Brad. So actually, the most likely candidate, if you take just like an average thing, would be Brad. JC Jensen would probably choose Brad because he's probably the most random out of here. Because Khan is Uzi's father, so maybe some sort of connection. But they probably don't even know Khan. They might know the father, but they don't know Khan. But if they know, yeah. Then Brad, again, they might just give him a pardon, who knows. And then in the case, man of student in the WDF, yeah, Brad probably get him pardoned. Now Uzi is a difficult case. She's just like charged with like cannibalism, breaking and entering, simple battery. So she might not get a pardon, but she also might get a pardon. So we got our two yeah. So we got our two candidates that are likely. I'm gonna put a Brad question mark for the JC Jensen. So Brad and Uzi might get a pardon from the WDF, and Brad has a slight chance of getting a pardon from JC Jensen. Now, case B. Who would we give a pardon? Let's go down the list. Would we consider giving a pardon to Khan? I would say, yeah. I would consider. And also to Brad. Well, now it's difficult because I like these characters, and that's kind of influencing. Okay, now I'm thinking a legal standpoint. Khan, because he just moved a body around. I don't think he should be in jail for a couple years for that. Brad, he did murder somebody, but it was on accident. But he does got to pay more attention. True, but he had a total reason to do it. Afraid of the Merjones, and now with episode 7 information, he had the total right to do it. Yeah. So no, then Quan question mark Brad. Now Uzi. At first, yeah, because she barely committed even a crime. She committed a breaking and entering in episode 3 for Doll, but that was for the safety episode solvers. But then episode 4 came around, and then Uzi being able to easily control, and she kind of caught. She was kind of a big part. Copper Nun collapse. So Uzi is a no for me. What would you say? True. And she does want to save. I'll do an Uzi question mark. Because, well, yes, she was mind controlled and all that. After episode 4, she should have learned and just not do anything. She's too curious. But to save, to be honest, yeah, Uzi question mark, yeah. We're just doing considering. We're not saying like, oh my god, they should. How about Bo? The baby working with Alice in episode 6. I'm not definitely giving Alice a pardon. She just didn't consider the people's personalities. episode 6. Give me episode 6. Give me episode 6. Give me episode 6. Why is episode 6 literally the last one to appear? Didn't I literally just say episode 5? Whatever. Go, go, go. There. On. We're doing the separation. Yay. All right. All right.
Here to find which.
The these two, Alice and Bo. Yeah, I was saying definitely no for Alice, but if you kind of see, I saw how, yeah, definitely no for Alice, but then I'll give Bo a question mark. Because, he did kind of sacrifice himself. Okay, sorry. Because he did help. No to the Sentinels. Lizzie, she did regret her actions, but she didn't really help with the crew right now. Like I said, we can't really do these. We can't really actually work on pardons until episode 8 comes out. So I'll do Lizzie. A question mark. Yeah, Doll's not going to give any more sentences because Doll's dead. I'll do Lizzie a question mark. And I'm giving aloud a lot of question marks. The only person I canceled was Alice. Doll's dead. This is delving into another question territory. But I will consider pardons for the murder drones, not for JC Jensen or the Absolute Solver. All right. So we have the only non-question mark is Brad. Then we have Con, Uzi, BU, Bo, Lizzie, and the murder drones. Now, I'm saying pardon for some crimes, not a pardon. Well, or should we? Nah. A pardon's a pardon. That's what I've seen. I'm thinking, let's think. Yeah. I said Con, Brad, Uzi, BU, Con, Brad, Uzi, Bo, Lizzie, and the murder drones. The ones who would never even consider getting a pardon is Alice, the Sentinels. I didn't put down Doll because Doll's dead. And then JC Jensen and the Absolute Solver. I'll put down Doll, though. It's a question mark. All right. Now we got to figure out these question marks. All right. Khan's one charge was moving a body in episode 3. But actually, now that I think about it, there isn't any evidence that he did do it. He could have ordered people to do it, but still he would be, yeah. But I guess it is abandoned, but you can't really still do it. You could have got in contact with JC Jensen and asked, but they were dead, so Khan didn't have the permission. Oh my. All right. Nori had a tough experience being experimented on by the Absolute Solver, as we clearly saw from episode 7. They accidentally kind of caused the core to collapse a little bit. So probably when Khan and Yeva escaped, they found partners. So Nori, while probably in camp, seeing one of the other citizens, was probably Khan. They found, boom, issues happened. They like each other. They make a baby. Uzi. Now, sometime later, Nori gets attacked by a murder drone or whatever. Don't know who it was. Nori might have been in extreme pain. And when you only have a wrench, and when Nori, or when your literal love of your life is saying, like, you gotta kill me, or good, or whatever. Khan did it so she didn't have to feel pain. She didn't have to go through this, or she didn't get over-controlled and start causing more havoc. So, when Khan saw and almost kill Uzi, he could have grabbed the gun. That would have been better. But the PTSD he got from seeing a murder drone's face, flashbacks, he just froze. He didn't want to die. The experience, he just couldn't. So that's why I'm not charging Khan. Experiences, that's the thing. He has to go through so much. So abandoning Uzi was a rightful reason. He did shut down the colony and did try to save. But the ventilation shaft above the third door kind of forgot about that. But he did try to save them. And especially since we see him actually somewhat care in episode 7, definitely prove that Khan wasn't a bad father. He is redeeming himself. That's why he had the right to abandon Uzi, save the colony, and his PTSD. Sorry if I went a little overkill. Yeah, I was like, I literally had that thing planned. Okay, Khan had the right to abandon Uzi because of that. I literally had that thought up immediately. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Cool. Pardon. Yes. Am I going to give these pardons? That'll be the final decision when we do the recount. But yes, he's going to be considered. Brad, he did kill somebody, but yeah, I would think a lesser charge. But not a pardon. He needs to pay attention. And also come in. Khan only charge was bringing a corpse in. So yeah. Brad, a lesser charge. But he still got to be careful. He has to probably be taught to have some bow lessons or something. Would you agree with that? It's consider giving Khan a pardon, definitely. Not giving Brad a pardon because he did murder somebody, but definitely giving him a lesser charge. He touched the corpse because let me just show you. Oh, let's go too far. Oh, what others? Episode 3 disappeared. If I can get
in this world, there are only those things which are not yet known. I seem to be one step.
But no!
Support
Here we go.
structure.
I'm sorry for being vulnerable for 5
Right here,
seconds,
right here.
okay?
You were never there. I'm going to talk to N. What
Maybe it's not desecration of corpse, but he doesn't have the right to move a body.
is this?
Prom dress. Child small.
To
You're
take it
grounded from
from
seeing
a dead
those
person.
bad influencing murder drones. But
You just can't do that. Also, who's the second viewer? It says I have 2 viewers. So you went from no pardon, then with my heartfelt explanation, you went to pardon, and now I'm considering giving Khan a pardon. Like, yeah, he did move a body, but like, oh god, it's difficult. Like, because thing is, the only times I've ever even seen a pardon used like rightfully, well, the only times I ever seen a pardon. No, actually, hold on. The only times I ever seen a pardon was in a joke video, which was absolutely horrible. Probably actually the worst crime count I've ever seen. And the other was in the Henry Stickman by Moose Saint, where 2 times he's got a pardon. Henry Stickman got a pardon, but then he lost it because he committed another crime. So the only times I've ever seen pardons used was when it was actually canon pardon, and when the judge actually gave it, but it was used in a jokingly way. So that it's kind of giving a bad vibe for the pardon. But I was like, all right, give Khan a pardon. Brad still murdered somebody, but give him a lesser charge. Now Uzi, just some simple batteries, breaking and entering. Biggest crime is cannibalism. And this also is delving into my absolute solver versus sin thing. Let's just Uzi. She can't be excused on the simple battery. Because, like, just don't bite anyone. But I might. Every other crime, like the breaking and entering, could be go down. Yeah, that's the one problem. Cannibalism. Yeah, and the seriousness of you kind of putting everyone else in danger, even though you are trying to save people. It's a confusing part. That's why I put it as a question mark, like basically everybody else. So I'm like, no. I'll just write just. Well, it's either a yes, lesser charge, or no. I'm gonna write down. So then no. I think Uzi has done too much risk. But I don't know if it was the rightful charge now that I actually think about it. But no, you can't kill that to cover, but right here. This is why. Yeah, this is why I'm reconsidering it. But look. At that moment, she was going in and out. She had the urge to do it. Now, the right thing would to do is to find a legal way to get the oil. She should have figured it out, and she should have planned better. Well, yes, I would give a pardon. My only issue is she didn't plan. Like, what if she did get mind controlled? What if something bad happened she wouldn't expect the unexpected? I'm not going to give Aunt Uzi a pardon just because of that one thing. Everything else was fine, except for the fact she should have planned better on the cannibalism. She should have gotten it legally. Like, asked her father or something. He would have known. He was married to Nori. Yeah. So almost, but no. BU, he's the confusing part. I keep saying BU because it looks like BU, but his name is just Bo. If you're wondering why I'm even considering him, he did work with Alice and gain the same 300 years as him. The reason why I'm considering him... Wait, no, it's like... Right here. Yeah, saved the... Wait. Why did what? Can you just? You can say the word. You can say the. Can you say couple? Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, given a pardon, he did sacrifice, but he did have 300 years though, and it was more. Oh God. Thing is, he's done this a lot. He's worked with Alice. Ugh. He might be a child, though. He's the only one that could be even considered a child. Yeah, I'll give a yes. Because he's a child. He does a baby. He is baby. But you don't know how mature he is. But he probably might have been forced. We don't know how Alice and Bu got in contact. So yeah, I'll just give Bo a pardon just on the grounds of not knowing enough information and he looks like a child. Now the cheerleader couple. Well, we don't technically know that. But that's probably what happened. Now we got the cheerleading couple, Lizzie and Doll. Lizzie's only charge is, like I said, helping Doll kidnap people and helping kill V. It's funny because when Doll was about to, kill V, she said, "You're way harder than Doll. Run, hit." True that. So I'm thinking, why would she do this? To be honest, fame. Helping Doll, helping her friend. Yeah, I'm not talking about Doll right now. I'm talking about Lizzie. Oh wait, yeah. Why would I even consider giving Doll? She did do a mass murder. Nah. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, she wanted to be famous, but she, yeah. So, well, why did she do it? Now I'm thinking about why did she actually really do it? I don't think it's been trying to be famous. Who did it? Became friends with V to help Doll. She knew what Doll was trying to do. She didn't know V was just doing this to do an attempted mass murder. She was the reason they got killed during the prom to win. During the prom to win is reason, I think. What? Anyways, yeah, okay. No for Lizzie. Now, the murder drones. The thing is, why would I even consider the murder drones? I'm not going to counteract their cuteness Yeah, to give something to kill the people. Oh, yeah. Wait, what? She has doll. Or give something. Oh, okay. Alright. So, yeah, definitely know them. Now, major thing. The Murder Jones. Why would I consider the Murder Jones? Not countering at. I'm not countering their cuteness. Not countering this little face. I'm counting their complicated mind. So this actually leads into the second question. Hold on. What if I told you they might be able to be excused from their mass murders? Now, hear me out. Hear me out. I was thinking, well, number one, major reason, their minds are messed up. Like, oh my God. No, everybody was brainwashed. Remember, there's three main versions of them. One, their true selves back in the past, what we've seen in episode 5. Not like, well, yeah. Their second part was their episodes 1 through 4 self, their murder drone self, without knowing the true past, all the past, and then episode 5 and onward, while knowing the full past. Those are three different versions. Who do we charge? Do we charge their true selves? Because if we charge them true selves, then technically I would say they would not be encompassed to any crimes between episodes 1 through 4, because they are fully themselves. They might be responsible for the crimes that they've committed episode 5 and onward, but they wouldn't. If we charge the episodes 1 through 4 self, then they wouldn't be responsible for the crimes they did back then, because, well, they don't remember it. But they would also be responsible for the crimes episode 5 and onward, and if we're taking the episode 5 and onward group, then we're going to include everybody. So what will it be? Who version should we count? Because, well, either way, if we're not going to count the middle version, because, well, no matter what, yeah, because, well, the thing is, yeah, because if we count their true selves, they don't remember they still did it being normal. But even if they don't remember, they still did it being normal. Huh? Confused. Because the thing is, they're robots. Their memories can be inflicted. That's why I did mind control, identity fraud, whatever. When I charged Sin for the thing, that's when I used mind control, first of all. I remember 30 years and $3.45 million. They're technically a different person. Like, if you have, like, let's say a disease, like Alzheimer's or dementia, are you the same person? Well, yes. You'd be brought to court, but their main argument is that, in fact, they do have Alzheimer's and dementia. They're not really the same person all the time. Also, when they have personality disorder. So, they might be let off of the crime. So, it leads me to them not being responsible for at least some crimes. Like, I would say some. They might be responsible. But, like, what should the point of when they should be charged? Well, again, like I said, which version are we charged? Okay, say we don't charge because they don't remember. Even if they don't remember, they didn't get any manipulation at the time, meaning they did it at the full knowledge. They didn't get any manipulation at the time, meaning they didn't. Yes, they did commit the crimes. But, okay, let's go in the timeline sense. You got their plain old normal selves, their worker drone selves back in episode 5, okay? Let's take them as the ones that we want to charge, okay? Take the memories. Normal life, blah, 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 blah. And then when Sin used them, whatever, she cut off their memories. Not have a lot of them. If somebody tampered with your memories in any way, you are technically somewhat of a different person. I'm going to take an account, or it'll be a major argument in court. So episodes 1 through 4 would have a major arguments to not count the crimes happening. Well, some might, but still. Now, episode 5 and onward, definitely count those because they have their memories back. So yeah, they do have knowledge of those crimes between episodes 1 through 4. Depending on who we're charging, if we're charging the actual true selves, they wouldn't be responsible, or they might only be partially responsible for the crimes happening between episodes 1 through 4. It's like the old insanity situation. Sorry. It's like the whole insanity situation. N was let's take N. Yeah, insanity. N. Then he went insane. It's himself. He committed the crimes. He had the knowledge, but he went insane. He went so insane. So that's why I wouldn't charge N with the crimes that Insanity did. Because of you complete insanity. Same thing here. Except for the insanity part, you replace it with losing some memories. Yeah. So, again, okay. So we are going to charge their true past selves. That's what I feel like would make the most logical sense, right? Well, if we do that, then let me get more crimes out just to see if the Murder Jones committed any crimes. Episodes 5 and onward. I keep yawning. They didn't commit obviously any in episode 7, so let me look. None in episode 5, and none in episode 6. It's like charging the family for a crime a random did. Yeah. Okay, so they did not commit any crimes past episode 4. And N did not commit any crimes. The last time Jay committed any crimes was in episode 1 because Jay barely had appeared. Last time N committed any crimes was in episode 3 when he trespassed on the doll's property because he didn't have a true warrant. And the last time V got charged was just killing a random orca jump. They're doing a threat or whatever. All in episodes 1 through 4, period. So with the setting of the true past selves, now we got to ask, when should we charge them? Because V knows more than N. J is the least clueless. She might still believe in the Tessin orders. Because remember, I think the reason why Jay was confused, Tessin sent up Jay so Jay wouldn't see what happened. Obviously, Tessa would probably take off her costume to reveal that she's Sin, jump down or whatever. Jay wouldn't know that. Jay would probably still believe in the last orders that Tessin made her. So Jay is probably the most clueless. Then N, he has a tiny bit knowledge, a teeny tiny bit knowledge, and then V is a mystery, but she definitely has more knowledge than N. So that raises the question: charge? I think Jay has no knowledge. We have no evidence she has no knowledge. But then that would be innocent for doing guilty. So, really, her only crimes again were the 2 death sentences, and then I think the trespassing and the other murders. Yeah. She's gonna be charged with with the 2 mass murders, 2 murders in episode 1, and a trespassing. Sorry if you hear the mowing. I would say past self, not J, not N nor J. What do you mean, like not charging N or J with their crimes? Or considering that? Because I'm gonna still charge them in the recount, no doubt about it. Okay. No, I'm still gonna charge them in the recount, no doubt about it. Because there was a thought. I thought about this at the very beginning. Second crime, the 3rd crime ever, the death sentences, the dead worker Jones Bow, and that little massacre. Right above their names, I put a C, meaning controlled. I knew from the very beginning they were somewhat controlled, but I just kind of put it in the back of my mind and just went on, just charged them. Which, yeah, I knew they were somewhat controlled. So I was thinking, what is this thing? So taking J, if we go on true past self, we're going to separate these into 3 different categories. Because I feel like it's the only way. We're going to give a pardon for J. We're going to give a pardon for N. The only crime I would consider, like, basically all the crimes happen in episode 1, gone. Just disappear. Just like, they're there. Like, they're just gone. Erase for N and J. Now, the only crime N would be charged with would be either the property damage and the trespassing on adult's property. Trespassing on adult's property could be argued probably in the fact of investigating, absolute solver, safety. And then the property damage, well, that's the one thing N I would feel like would be charged with. There is no rightful reason for him to do that. He could have just... Actually, no. There is a rightful reason. To get V out there just in case she somehow escapes and starts doing whatever. To get a criminal, a reckless endangermenter out of there. He had a right reason to get out there as fast as possible. But again, they did talk a little bit, so I will live... Yeah, trespassing is definitely a pardon. But I'll put the property damage as a question mark for now. Because you have both good reasons for either side. But yeah. Now I'm at V. Okay. This is an interesting case. Again, if we're talking about them true selves, I'm guessing what V knows about sin. Because when she said in episode 3, even that little purple thing, stop prying into that stuff. If you free me now, I'll promise we'll only get what we need to survive. Just you and me, and he was why did I keep saying he? She was protecting N from the truth. So she knew that's when we know she knows some, but like, you know what would be better? I mean, the only one who has remotely enough memories be, you know what would be better? If we have like a live chat. Like, I like talking through live, but like, I think what would actually be better is if we actually talk on Discord, like maybe in a call if you want to, and then I can make a video about our discoveries so I don't have to go through the live and do it. If that's fine with you, of course. Yeah, because again, the chat thing's like 6-second delay, and the Discord theme wouldn't be. We're gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna have to do my work soon, so let's just finish the True Past Self Murder Drone part, and then we can continue with the Discord thing tomorrow. Okay. Now I'm gonna immediately give them a pardon for the death sentences. Like, I mean, you okay with everyone in my house knowing what we talk about? My family is fine with what I talk about. Now, I don't know about your family. I don't know how like strict are they, and that's kind of like a personal thing. Yeah, personally, I mean, it's a video. It's kind of like a fun thing with friends. I mean, yeah. Sorry if I get you in any trouble, but yeah, I would feel like it's a pretty. It's like just tell them. I would say. So, hey, I'm talking to a friend. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's try to do that tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow you talk to your parents, then maybe we can just text on Discord just to make sure, you know, and we can either do live stream if they said no or something, or we could actually do the call. Yeah. Because I want to get this. Okay. Let's get back talking to the True Past V situation. All right. Oh, my time? Oh, shoot. Yeah. Okay, tomorrow's Tuesday, not Thursday. Okay. I think let's try 2. And then, so that'll be 3 o'clock your time. I don't know. I'll probably forget it. I don't know. Let's do that. Yes, of course. 2 a.m. Yeah. Yeah, just get up at 2 a.m. Yeah, so 2 p.m. my time, 3 p.m. your time. So you're an hour ahead of me. Okay. Now, I'm going to get back to the True Past V thing, all right? Okay, cool. All right. So, right off the bat, I feel like, yeah, I kind of watched the videos that you did have that are still up. Yeah. So, I did listen to a little bit. Pretty cool. Why are there so many monsters? Anyways, okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to get back to the party. All right. So V, straight up, every murder drone would definitely get a pardon. Yeah. Every murder drone would definitely get a pardon from the first death because they had the X over their eyes. And I'm going to presume the X over their eyes has to do something with absence Albert. That's what I'm going to presume. Right? And do you agree? And says, yeah. Because, yeah. And then now the second, this is difficult. But no. Let's think. They were brainwashed. Yeah. They were brainwashed into doing this because what they were told was JC Jensen did not want runaway worker drones. That's what we believe at the very beginning of the show. That's why they sent down the murder drones. But in reality, Sin made the murder drones, remade it, and mind controlled them because the real story, we don't know. I've seen like some like she wanted to make an army or she just wants to be the only one in the living. I don't know. Who knows what Sin's planning on doing. But the drone's files are probably made for like progress or something. So I'm going to give a pardon because you were basically mind controlled. Well, yes, you did have, like you did have knowledge, maybe a teeny tiny bit of your past, but you still are mind controlled with the reason of seeing. So you wouldn't be charged with that death sentence. Then, oh, how about the 8 deaths? I meant the 8 murders V did. Oh, This, again, mind controlled. Every single murder wouldn't count. So, probably all crimes in episode 1 wouldn't count either. She didn't commit any crimes in episode 2. She didn't really commit any crimes in episode 3. Now, the only crime she committed in episode 4 were the murders, which are reasonable. I'm going to say she should be charged for those murders. Maybe, right? Yeah, she should be charged with the murders. Because, like, there's a better way. And they've stopped from the murdering, so why start now again? Yeah. So V is going to be pardoned. So pardon V. But murders in episode 4. Do you agree with that? Yeah, do you agree that she would definitely get a pardon for everything, maybe except for the murders in episode 4? Would you agree with that? And just basically all the crimes in episode 4. Would you agree with that? All right, cool. I'm just going to look at the crimes she will be committed for. First degree murder, threat. Oh, that's it. Never mind. She only killed 1. Yeah. It's only a first degree murder and threat, so that's only a life, no parole, and 5 years. That was that first murder. I can probably show it. Yeah, let's show it.
Hey, if you're not playing MTG Arena, you probably should be. It doesn't even matter if you've never played Magic or Magic.
Campers.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's confusing. How do they have the X when they're like...
Welcome, campers. Let's sound
I like
off.
how V has bubble gun.
1, 2.
I think they said numbers, yeah.
That's everyone. -1.
It was weird. It doesn't sound like they did repeated numbers.
We've got so many
Yeah, murder and intimidation. Intimidation. I actually forgot that crime. But okay, so that first degree murder life, and then the intimidation. That's like kind of like coercion a little bit, and then the threat.
Just so glad you guys
And then here's
fit
the only
right
other.
in. Super cool.
Better to stay distant, though. Don't you think? Since I'll have to kill you next.
Anne's made friends with rocks, by the way. He'll move on just fine.
Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, that was the threat. Not gonna do battering because she healed it and usually didn't really care, but the threat still goes. Those are the only 3 crimes she would even be charged with, and it'll probably only be like life in 15 years. Let's think. Murder. Yeah, all of them. She'll be charged with all of them. I'm just writing their new sentences with what we think. There. So, from just our true past self, we're taking them at the self that we're charging. Full pardon for J, full pardon for N, but except for the property damage, maybe. And then pardon for B, but except for the 3 crimes in episode 4, which is murder, intimidation, and threat, which would be a life, no parole, and 15 years. Alright. I mean, yeah. They are related, but I don't know why it went with purple, though. Oh, yeah. There was another thing I actually totally forgot about Khan. Do you know why he's so obsessed with doors? Because Dory warned him about the Murgeons coming. He didn't listen. The Murgeons came down, and boom. He was afraid. That's why he's so obsessed with doors. It reminds him of Nori. That's why he named his last name Doorman. Makes sense, right? Or maybe the Doorman name was thought about during the conversation when they got married. Yeah. Maybe the reason why he loves doors so much because it reminds him of Nori. That's why we thought, yeah. Yeah. Maybe I should talk about the. Okay. So, we still got their episodes 1 through 4 selves to talk about, and their episode 5 and onward selves to talk about. And we still got the Absolute versus Sin part. But I need to get on my work. I would continue, but I do need to finish 2 chapters a day, and I think 1 is really long. So that's going to be enough for today. Sorry. Work is work, yeah. It's for my school. First time doing summer reading, I mean, I like the book. But yeah. It's for assignment for East IB. I gotta do it. Because they're going to talk about it right when language arts starts. It's a good book, though. But a lot of the books talked about, like, LGBTQIA plus stuff. And also the main character's black. Because, like, that was mentioned, like, okay. Oh, are there any black people? Just said that right now. I was like, what? Black people? Well, it's not French. What? Are you reading French? What? Oh, whatever. But yeah, it's weird. Oh, your main. Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah. Didn't really even seem to ask. That's cool. Oh. Oops. Yeah, I'm learning Spanish. That's the language I chose. It's either Spanish or French, but I was like, Spanish. That seemed like the more interesting one. Yeah. Oh. Wait, what did you have for high school? Like, wait, are you in high school? I'm getting confused. Like, from the sounds of it, you are. If you want to answer, I mean, yeah. Okay. Oh, you're almost 15. Okay. Okay, so then, okay. All right. Cool. All right. I think it's a good time to stop. We got a lot of information to recap. Pardons for the canon pardons. JC Jensen will give nobody a pardon, maybe Brad, because they have no idea who Brad is, but that's probably not a good reason. For the WDF, which is basically just Khan. Envy, question mark, but definitely not. And then Uzi, because daughter. And Brad, because Iran student should know better. And then us giving a pardon. Khan is a yes. Brad is a lesser charge. Uzi is a no. BU is a yes because he's Sean, we do not know. Lizzie and Doll are both no. And then the merchants go into here, which we do a little for the true pass, which we give J a pardon to an M, except for the property damage in the roof, maybe, which is $2,000. And pardon V, except for the crimes in episode 4, which would be life, no parole, in 15 years. Because even though they do not have their full information, this is the thing. Even though they do not have their full information, they do know what's right from wrong. That's the two things that we got to watch out for. Their memories and if they know right from wrong. Because they didn't know what their murder was wrong. But now they know. Now they know. And I'm also maybe sucking on that arm in episode 3 in Broom Prom in Doll's Room. But yeah, basically that is the recap. I think we're good. Yeah. Oh, if you want to know what the book I'm reading. Yeah. Oh. I guess it is pretty obvious that she's black. It's a book called Legend Board. All right. Pretty obvious that she is black. That didn't even cross my mind. It's like magic with like Aether and Mother dying secrets. Yeah. Don't want to spoil too much. It's a pretty good series, but I kind of got to keep stopping and keep notes. This is what I have to do. All right, so I read a chapter, then I go talk about the setting. Multiple questions for the setting. No. Actually, I can check my schedule right now, actually. Hold on, I'm not going to share my screen because I'm not going to share my screen because I don't want you to know. Well, I just don't want you to see my, yeah. If I could find it. Oh, whatever, I'll click this. I don't have a music class. I used to sing. I actually used to be in choir and I did in 6th grade, but I just stopped. I should have. Like a couple weeks ago, we got access to our schedule. That was pretty cool. I used to play the flute, I think. Here it is. PE Foundations, PIB Algebra 2, Intro to Engineering Design, PIB Spanish, PIB English, PIB Government, PIB Biology, and then Advertisement. Don't know when that is. Because the order's kind of weird. PIB, I'm in the program called the International Baccalaureate. It basically just helps you with the future type thing. It's basically like a type of honors. And there's something called PIB, which is pre-IB, basically. So I'm not in it yet, but I take classes with people. So like PIB Algebra 2, I'm with other IB students. It's like the only classes I'm not going to be with, I'm going to be with normal students. It's PE, Intro to Engineering, and Advertisement, whatever that is. So yeah. I also have advocacy somewhere. But yeah. And so anyways, on my book for the thing, I'm going to have to do the setting, narration, conflicts, figurative language, and characters. There's 59 chapters. Yeah. See you tomorrow. Bye.